Hi there, Thomas. Just as mentioned, we're going to do a quick run through of your website backend. You received an email a couple of weeks ago just regards to getting the admin access, and your backend just has like a unique sign-in domain or URL. So you'll have received that in the email, but if you want to just type that in if it's not there, and what I always recommend, Thomas, is just making sure you start and adding it to your bookmarks bar. So it just means it's very easy for you to access it anytime you want to sign in and make changes to the website. So my web or my username and password should already be saved in this. So it's just a matter of clicking login. And you might be familiar with the WordPress dashboard before, but this is it here. There's really two features within this is what you'll be looking to access within future to make future updates. And that'll be the Amelia plugin down here and also just making changes to the front end. So how do we access the front end is literally just going to where your website title is and click visit site. And you'll notice you're on the website here now, but how you know you're signed in is just this black panel across the very top here. We use a web designer tool called Elementor. So for us to make changes to the website, just to make text-based changes, what you want to do is just click that. It does take a few seconds to load. So with that, you should see the couple of different panels here. So the left hand side shows your elements, which you'll not really need access unless you really want to. We can do a separate run through in this, but just to make text based changes. So it's just about bringing your mouse to the section that you want to change, Thomas. Click on it, and you'll notice the left hand panel just changes again. So I'm just going to change the title of the website here to test, and like that. And you'll notice up the top publish, but we also maybe want to run through is maybe adding like an image or changing imagery. So say for example you got new imagery you want to change or add even at the bottom here, and we can click on this, and again your gallery opens up like so. Add the gallery and upload files, and I'm just going to hit one of these just for example. So add the gallery like that, and what you want to do then, so this is coming up with different sort of just working its way in the front end here, but you want to click publish, and then to preview all your changes it's just about clicking the eye up the top right, and you see now, so test is in place in the banner, and your image gallery has been updated with just a random image. But if in the instance, Thomas, where you have made some edits and you're not sure, or you're just having a play around, which would be really good to do, is you see up along the top here, you see history. So top left, history, and I'm just going to go back to where the editing started. So anything you do, it really is important for you to have a play around with, but anything you do can be undone. So have a go around with, change anything at all, and even if there's tax based in the future, just give me a call if you're not uncertain of. But that's really that for now. So I'm just going to click publish on that, and that should bring it back the website back to where how it was. That image will go. So next then we just want to run through is your Amelia plugin. And for that, I'm just going to go back here actually to show you. Within, just to go back to your dashboard again, it's just about going up to where your website title was and clicking dashboard. Then we just want to run down to where Amelia is. So you'll need to scroll down a wee bit on the left hand side here. You see Amelia. You can go access the dashboard you want, but on it, but it's just pulling sort of analytics from since you've launched, so it's still sort of gathering the data. You might be able to see how much payments you've taken. It still hasn't sort of set up in that sense yet, but it does take a couple of weeks. And then you want to go to just for us only is we'll be doing is events. So for now. And how that works then is I you will actually just see I've just already been just been playing around with it, but what you want to do is just go onto the calendar and go across to uh wherever you know that your dates for the events are. So I've just done to the 1st of March here, knowing that you have two events in February. For you to make any changes to a specific event, for example, is you want to just click edit, And you know what? We'll just set up one for now. Let's click new event, and I'm just gonna do a test name here, dates. So I'm just gonna say the 9th of January, and we're gonna do it from 2:30 in the morning to 7:30. Add the date, or no, that's putting two dates on, so just take that away. So this is a recurring event. You'll not be able to. You can do that, Thomas, but I'd say you want to be a bit more specific in your date picking. Certainly at the start, so something we can look at in future. Booking closes when event starts. Fact. Custom email address. No, it's fine. Culann whiskey, and then there is a staff. You have to add a staff member. I've just created one, which is your website name, business name. So text here. So description. You can literally just say, I'm just gonna say it as a test, but this is what actually shows whenever on the front end when the calendar's displayed, which I'll show you after. So this is a test. Pricing then, so you have currently had £110, which is fine. I'm gonna do maximum allowed spots at 30. Um, what we discussed recently, Thomas, was that we are going to allow to bring more people. So I've put that on, which allows you to take more bookings in the 30. And then the price will multiply per number of spots. So that just means 30 times 2 is 60, and so on. And then allows the same customer to book more than once, which is helping out. Deposit booking not really needed for yourselves. I wouldn't recommend because it's just going to confuse things on the days for you. Limit the normal additional number of people. This could actually be useful for you if you have a really specific sort of a threshold that you can't take over. So like say 30, an extra 30 on which will make it 60. Um, Customize then, just adding image here. So we don't want to click on the plus button. I'm just going to use one of the images that you have already. Give it a specific color, just sort of gives it a bit of distinction. Settings then at the very top right, general minimum time required before canceling. So you have it currently at 2 days, which is fine. Redirect after URL. Redirect URL. So this is a page that pops up. I have already set one up for you, which is just like your standard FAQs. Yes, but before you visit, then so I've set up this page already, and it's got all the relevant FAQs. So I just go and copy it, go back into where you'd set that up, and just paste it in there. So that brings people straight to it after the booking is set up. And also, the email confirmation email also has this uh, um, hyperlink, so they can refer back to it anytime they need. So I'm just going to click save on that, and this will actually let you know if you've made any mistakes. So it's just the 9th and the 9th. I'm just going to go for there, and that should be that setup. And you'll see that it is there along with the rest. Adding attendees also. I know this is something that you take bookings normally, but to add an attendee, you just want to go to. So you see here, Sean, sorry, attendees are added. Just click on that. And give the customer a name. So whenever you can add previous customers, or if you're creating a new one, you have to create new here. And I'm just going to go test, and I will add in. Hopefully, I'll just use my Hotmail here, and then hit save. And then sorry, again it prompts you if you've made a mistake. So with that customer added, then you just hit save, and you can add as many sort of quantity of him as you can. So added attendee, and there you go, 3, 4. And then just it's important, obviously, once you're finished, just to make sure that you go out and check the front end to see the event that you've set up. So going back into here, just letting it load, and you can see here test. So where I read more, and then the description that we discussed earlier is there. Culann Whiskey, that's the staff name, so that's just your business name. There's only going to be one of yous. set up there. So book event then many you want, and yeah, that's really it. So once they take you into the payment gateway, and once you add your number, so if there's anything else you really want to run through, Aaron Thomas, I think that's sort of us for now. But have a play around with it. You can make as much change as you want. Just know that you can undo it. So any questions on that, just let me know. Thanks a million.